room. poizon trying to pick someone off as JKS is just falling back and he's being hunted. Oh, that is relentless. faveN and is it dycha?
Yeah,
dycha. Both getting a couple of great kills. blameF coming back into it. I'm not sure why they're losing players now. How is this turned around? Sprout, where's the bomb plant? Where's the slowdown? Where's the common sense? And now it's a one-on-one, and he's got the bomb as well. He could go up. He must know where Rush is.
There has to be that breakdown now. This has been non-stop action for about 50 seconds straight, and they are going to get the bomb plant on the lower side. Oh, never mind! Rush, he hadn't rotated off. He was
good at hitting those straight headshots. And they're really messing around. They're picking up UMPs. It's been a while since we've seen those. Config and JKS on the UMP both. I feel like that's gone out of style.
Used to be once upon a time, right? Ooh, long range with the Glock. Okay.
No head armor.
Yeah. You cut corners like that, and taking long range fights, you can still be vulnerable. It can come back to to haunt you, and we'll see if they can recover the rifle. They should be able to. Yeah, poizon's going to drop the scout in favor of the M4. faveN, though, close up takes down Rush, and he is still getting damage done. A chance, but not quite going to be able to pull it off. Can one of the
decent nade? Actually, it doesn't do nearly as much damage. I thought it looked like it landed right in between them, but not so. And JKS
trying to exactly play a little bit off kilter here. He knows that they're here, and they know that he's here. It doesn't stop him from picking up two. This is the kind of confidence we need to see out of Complexity. And there's
That's exactly right. And Config has been already looking very, very confident. He's one of those players that can absolutely take over the entire game. Doesn't happen really every time we see him, but he has some of those games every once in a while where you just think, well, there's no one's going to be able to shut this guy down. So the signs of that happening are pretty decent. Bit of a nade landing on Spiidi, but I don't think that's what's going to make the difference here. Oh, and a Rush. Looked like he was just out in the open. denis taking 2 big kills. And great round out of Sprout. And to do it in the 3rd round already, they're going to be excited about that. And the money for Complexity is not really that great.
blameF didn't look too pleased. Didn't look too happy with himself. He's like, ah, great. If they're going to play like this, we're actually going to have to work for it, aren't we?
Oh, but suddenly this is just working out. That's blameF setting up the flashbang with 3 kills, what we call a lobby crunch. And that worked out way too well. Config now outside hunting. He's finally going to get shut down, but it's way too late. What an aggressive play at some point of that flashbang, because that just won them the round.
That was beautiful. And that is how you change it up. Still 2 kills going to be possible for Sprout in the end.
A couple of rounds and got off to a little bit of a better start, but it's looking unlikely now. JKS, though, is playing out in the open, a little bit of an off angle. He's back to a position where he could fall back. I'm kind of impressed that he's actually just playing this nonchalantly, because if you get rushed down, if they just jump around the corner, you're actually just screwed. But
what's really cool about that, and this is little details, is where JKS, he's already pre-aiming if somebody were to be crouch walking with a deagle around the corner, right? Like he's aiming just a little low. Let's say experience under pressure. They should be able to handle that much more than Sprout.
Yeah, and you have to assume as well on the fire, just in terms of raw firepower, Complexity is actually going to be very hard to deal with. Oh, he keeps pushing. JKS, he's going to go straight for it. That is some confidence. He just wants to fight even more. DR finally taking him down. Config with a kill in return, and this round has fallen apart from Sprout. Without them in, they don't really get to make their mark at all on this round. He definitely saw the gun there.
That angle, do you think he re-peeks into that?
It's doubtful, isn't it? But right now, yeah, I mean, they have no real reason at the moment, Complexity, to show them a lot of respect. They can sort of, they can keep applying this pressure until Sprout find a way to deal with it. So we'll see if they are going to be doing that anytime soon. faveN with a nice kill on Rush. That's a deagle headshot.
And, you know, catch you out in the open. blameF is going to get tagged up a little bit. poizon under pressure on the upper site. And, well, that is down.
That new smoke that people have been throwing to sort of cover their exit from heaven, try and make things a bit more easy. It's really genius, and it works so incredibly well. So that's an expensive round. I mean, from Sprout, but fair play. He's done it, and he's actually done it really well. Yeah. So I mean, Sprout though, look at the response here. At least attempted response. The poizon will find denis, but this was them slowing it down and trying to make sure they weren't just going to get out-battled in the beginning. So they've sort of got the message now, Sprout. They know what's coming. Question is if they can actually do something about it. They're all trying to make their way out the squeak door, and poizon is up here with that AWP. And down on low ground, there's the Orgon Rush, and I don't know. They look like they wanted to push everyone out, but once they second-guessed themselves and started to fall back, it was so disjointed. A little bit of a spot there. Oh, timing is amazing! snatchie and faveN coming in with 2 big kills. And just like that, from a 2-on-4 into a 2-on-2, with about 40 seconds left.
Holy smokes, that shot as well coming in from snatchie. That was a thing of beauty. He had to be so quick to catch him before he got back around the corner there. And so blameF waiting in the vents. JKS has worked his way up. JKS gets spotted, wins the fight straight up against faveN, and now, well, snatchie looking for the flank. He is certainly going to catch JKS looking the wrong way. Shoots him in the back. Bomb is ticking, and it's all on blameF now. 1v1. He has a single flash grenade to work with, and he could come right over the top. So painful for snatchie. He has no way. I mean, it's just a guess. It's a gamble at that point.
It is, and not necessarily a risk-free move from blameF. Get rid of him. So far, a lot of smokes going up, and actually that's an amazing counter nade. They line up for blameF. The timing is so good. They're so distracted trying to worry.
And with that nade coming through, he has to know that somebody's up here on the roof. They're waiting for it as well. Dia's going to get caught. That's Rush finding his pound of flesh. Spiidi will get the trade, but there's poizon. Yep, he was ready for him. He knew that somebody was on the roof out there. And so it's going to be Spiidi just sticking the bomb plant. He's about to get pinched on the site. Pressure's coming in, and poizon does not miss the shot. Point blank. Ruthless.
Oh, that's a shot. I mean, if you looked at that from poizon's point of view, right, he would have not been able to.
That the action's going to probably happen inside. And he's already on the flank. He's going to be pushing right in behind him. JKS is about to be hard pressed in the ramp, though. Needs to find a second kill. He is going to get it. Does tremendous damage to two more players as well. And he's done his part. It's now on his teammates to stabilize.
Yeah, I mean, that was obviously sort of an attempt to try and draw someone back from ramp so that, you know, they'd only have the single fight there, but I think that was pretty obvious for Complexity's point of view. They were in position to sort of catch that out. It's incredible that it's even in a 1-on-2 at this point. Spiidi, he's going to get the bomb down, but it still will be tricky for him to try and win it. He almost has to be proactive and then go look for the fight instead of just staying inside of the bomb site, because that'll definitely get him isolated. He's got the right movement right now. He's got all the right ideas. Almost spotting out Rush. He's a little bit caught out, and Rush will get the headshot in the end. So, I mean, that's fair play for Spiidi. He actually had to be pretty proactive in that one. And again, I mean, 3 kills and a bomb plant in a round where you don't have that much. It's actually a good job.
Yeah. You know, I'm really impressed with Sprout.
blameF, he wasn't actually caught out here earlier, so there's no reason for him not to just try and redo this again. He's going to get that 1 kill, sees the second, and again just taking 2.
But they don't get the shots. And so Rush up close. Still waiting for the man. Yep. Pushing out, picks up 1. Not going to get the second, but his teammates are there. Very well stabilized from Complexity, and that is a...
Back out here again. A friendly Molotov, and again the flashbang being set up. blameF going to turn and just run right into them. This time it's only going to be the 1 kill, except for JKS finding one through the smoke. Oh dear. Otherwise that would have been great for Sprout. They don't really mind the trade. Spiidi doing his best to try and bring them back. He's walking through the smoke. He sees him, and that's a nice fight. Well done on Spiidi.
Yep. He needs
themselves. So if they want to go for this B bomb site, which it sort of looks like, there are so many angles to cover off, and they have 1 Molotov. Spiidi goes down, and yeah, now they're kind of committed to this. They have to just keep pressing on. Config will take 1, write it down. dycha never stood a chance. faveN, I don't know what you do here. 1 versus 2. 28 seconds. It is, again, a little bit of a coin flip if you actually pick the right position. Opening the door will immediately give the game away. That's an incredible shot. That's so hard to do. poizon going down, and now it's another 1-on-1 here. Rush sneaking in from the upper bomb site. faveN's going to go down the AUG. I mean, he just almost had the angle.
That's how this is supposed to go, right? 3rd time's the charm. You know, Rush, that's why you have a player like Rush who's playing anchor. You know, he's got the experience. He should be able to win.
11-1 as we move into round number 13. poizon now in charge of going aggressive.
I mean, you're just getting beaten up on right now. It's a straight up bully sesh. dycha does manage to bring 1 back. He did 3 seconds earlier, poizon. He'd have been in position to have eyes on the bomb. But now it's going to be JKS. He's just going to find some more kills here.
Yeah, so confident. Again, they didn't have a lot of info, man.
Could be a very quick day's work.
Oh, man.
Is what it's looking like for either one of these teams, although that was a brilliant headshot on poizon.
Great fun on the T side, but it's only really the first step, isn't it? Like, you don't just straight up win the round. Did actually catch him out a little bit rough, although they actually, they put up one at the window too. All right, bomb's going to be going down, and nobody is in toxic to help out. So, yeah, not bad from Sprout's point of view.
This is like old wall banging, though. They're just getting whittled down as they move on to the site here. They managed to sneak somebody through, though, and not going to expect the second man. Still, the damage is tremendous. It is getting completely out of control. faveN Looking like 13-1 in just a moment as that bomb gets defused.
And I think, you know, Sprout in that after plant scenario, I actually think no. All right.
Config still going to get traded 1-for-1, but poizon's there to chime in. That's the bomb getting dropped over at Secret, blameF, and, well, it's a murder fest. faveN.
Wow. Just blameF is 17-5 in spite of the fact that he's been just aggressively fighting all over the map the whole time, and he's only died 5 times. There's the end of the half. 14. This next round and the next round and the next round. It never came. So
freaking wireless mouse players, man, I swear.
Yeah.
See, that's why I wouldn't want to use a wireless mouse. What if it just dies on you mid-round? You know, luckily for Rush, he noticed it before.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been playing with them for years now.
Get out of here.
Never had any issue.
You've been playing a wireless mouse.
Yeah. I think the technology sort of caught up to it now. I think you can justify it.
It's gross.
I think it's happened. It's happening so early on. Actually, everyone is down there. Never mind JKS, the entire team more or less, leaving one guy behind. dycha with an incredible kill. That's so important. Bomb is going to be down very, very quickly. And up close, dycha is still fighting this. And Rush taking the opportunity. That's some good baiting. And now they're in a lot of trouble because, yeah, they know blameF is out here apparently. They're going to go try and hunt him down. This is all taking time off the clock. And what is going on for Complexity? Going maybe a little bit too quick now. Even though time is on their side, it's still, you know, still possible for Sprout to do something.
Oh, it's absolutely possible here for poizon to clutch this out, although he doesn't have Kevlar, and he is going to get blindsided. snatchie to the rescue. Denis and snatchie survive. Sprout just barely managing to get this pistol under control.
I mean, look at the time.
Oh, no way.
They didn't have a kill.
No way. Oh man.
Some good stuff from Sprout in terms of keeping waiting. You see that. faveN does take a bit of damage in return. Grenade will land on top, and I think this is sort of slowly peeling out now for Complexity. You can tell, you know, not quite quick enough. Spiidi with a...
Sprout have gotten 2. So they are 2 steps along the journey, along the path.
Oh.
Config with a tasty headshot there. Takes down Spiidi, but snatchie's going to be there traded, and snatchie takes down Config. So it is going to be the man advantage here for Sprout. One thing for Sprout, though, and I want to see dycha kind of rotate over here to recover... that rifle. Was it a FAMAS or an M4? I didn't notice for Spiidi there.
I think he picked up an AK, actually.
Oh, yeah, he had the AK, didn't he? So you want to get dycha over there so that you lose that FAMAS. Oh. But losing 2 players against what is essentially a hard eco.
4. And the 19th round coming up. snatchie trying to apply the same level of pressure, although they're certainly ready for it. And poizon with a bit of an angle advantage there. Config taking down Denis. This is an abs. Now, hold on. Probably going to be ramped, but this could be really dangerous. Yeah, he needs the back on it. I think they need a save. Well, they're not even going to be allowed to do that. Wow. Complexity not giving them much to work with here.
Death ball approach here from Complexity. Just all 5 together. If you peek anywhere, you're going to just face a hail of bullets. And that is going to be Complexity setting themselves up for success. Should be at 50.
It's, I mean, what it would have to take. You're probably a Sprout. They're winning some fights. Yeah, with blameF sneaking around the back. So if they win the fight at ramp, I mean, they're pretty much good to go. And dycha, caught just slowly backpedaling, and they're going to Molotov that position. Are they going to keep pushing? I mean, they got blameF on the other side. He's actually still waiting. He hasn't gone down yet, which in itself is very, very interesting. I thought he would have been trying to already sort of push up behind, but he's just holding the angle at the moment. Spiidi nearly caught out. In fact, will be caught out. Just not ready for 2 of them pushing that far in. And now blameF is going to start to make his way down. The bomb is being planted as well, and it's a 3-on-4, and Sprout in it here to try and see if they can keep the map alive. And that's not going to be possible. The timing is incredible. They never even needed blameF on that flank, and now it's just snatchie with an AWP in a 1 versus 4. This is one of the most dominant wins I've seen in a while on New. If they would have got their heads back into the game here. We need to see right now. Config just being flashed through, and he actually looked confused when he turned around there, and still somehow able to get the kill on faveN, no problem. And that's the A-bomb sign with the bomb down almost immediately, flashing their way in just to take a bit of a peek. Yeah, he forgot about the USP, but he's going to set up another flashbang coming in, and he's going to go straight for it. Oh, he's got a bit of a chance. A nice headshot. And now, yeah, they're going to try and see if they can fight him right back, but this is still a big problem here for the Sprout team. They do have a smoke and a kit.
And they've been spotted out now, and so the damage is done. There's no longer an element of surprise. Both players coming in from CT. Complexity will be aware of this. They just need to hit their shots now. JKS having a real struggle on his hands, eventually gets the kill. And it's Spiidi now in a 1v2. blameF and Rush crossfire scenario, and as soon as he rounds the corner, he's a dead man. Bomb will go off. Coming off from Sprout, expected. It's very much standard now. Deagle, Kevlar, Scout, and Denis taking blameF. He will get traded though, poizon with the Galil and config, kill of his own, and so that AK gets recovered.
No matter what at all. Alright. Yeah, he's going to go straight for it. They don't have head armor, or at least some of them don't. So they're going to be much, much easier to take down. A little bit of a crossfire, but that also reveals where the last two are. They know exactly where both faveN and snatchie were.
He's already got 4 kills in the first 2 rounds. So, poizon, I mean, you can op on this map, and you could do some serious damage as the mid push comes through. blameF is here alone, and he has to keep his cool. Does he get the ace? And he gets the Eco Cobra ace.
Solid base from which they can start to feel like, all right, we've got some money, we've got some confidence, we actually can take this fight. Good start here for snatchie taking out JKS. And ooh, they're actually so quick to react, and they just dropped them in the A bomb site. That is a very fast reaction from Complexity.
They have the smoke for jungle. You need to be waiting for it. And no, instead they decide to take the fight straight up. Molly goes down. It's going to force faveN off the angle. And Denis has rotated over from that B site. He is going to be not in position to deny the bomb plant, unfortunately. Instantly punish it. There's no escape.
Yeah, and well, I mean, you know, there's just so many different ways that I could have worked out. Because he could have just stayed up in the apartment.
Certainly. Right now it's the gamble. Stacking A, hoping for more of the same from Complexity, some early aggression. That's not going to be the case, though. Wait. Oh, he catches him right. How does poizon get that kill with the off?
I think he just saw him up right over. What I'm really confused about is why Denis wasn't firing back. It looked like, and again, I mean, we talked this point to death on Nuke, basically, about, you know, doing damage every round and keeping the money low for the enemy team.
Can they hit the shots?
Orb sneaking out, and they know they're, yeah, he's going to fall straight back into CT spawn. It's probably a good idea. dycha showing up, but he's going to go down immediately. It's a nice shot from Rush. And now they can just keep throwing grenades at this AWP and CT spawn, and it should be somewhat difficult to try and find a clean shot on anyone at this point in time. Rush, though, leading the charge, trying to create the space. snatchie will get a kill on config. That's not bad at all. Bomb plant attempted, and oh, he's going to be stopped in the last second. Huge kill coming in. Really nicely done here so far from Sprout. 2 versus 4, and they're going to keep fighting. They don't really have to because the bomb wasn't planted.
Peeking. They don't keep trying to force it. Instead, they let Complexity take away that man advantage. What a shot, JKS!
There's absolutely...
Because this is where the bomb can work against you. Until that bomb gets planted, Complexity, you know, they're going to bring it back to a 4-on-4, because the guy who plants the bomb has to plant the bomb.
That's unfortunate. I think a team flash scenario there to screw things up. They actually might have just given maybe given the round back here, because the opening kill on snatchie is so good, but then they just can't get out of the hallways, or at least not in any kind of a reasonable fashion. And now Sprout actually trying to get in a position to stop them from even getting the bomb down here. It also cost them. Denis goes down through the smoke. Bomb is being planted finally, and it's a 3-on-3, but dycha with a good kill. He's going to get traded, and yeah, they're just going to keep trading left and right. It's a very awkward round all of a sudden.
It's a very awkward, but they're doing it just right. Now, however, it's a 3-on-2 as Complexity have the bomb planted, and so the pressure is on Sprout here. They have to get in here, find JKS and poizon, and they have to do it quickly. faveN with that AWP, it makes life very difficult for him, and yeah, he is going to fall to poizon. Spiidi deciding he needs to make the play, flash in, nothing happening. JKS finds the kill, but one deep.
And 35 seconds, so they've left themselves not that much time, Complexity, which is a bit unusual for them so far. They've been pretty quick. Rush, though, he'll make up for lost time in getting a couple of kills right then and there. In the corner, ready and waiting as well, snatchie, but I'm sure he's going to be found. They're just checking for it already. blameF going to come charging through. It's a good flashbang to set it all up, and even if it's only 10 seconds, they're fine. Not in any danger. Spiidi and his Zeus are creeping up underpass. He's made his way past. Is it finally going to be time? Oh, I'm so denied. Mentally gear yourself up to go and make a play like this in underpass. Now it looks like he's not quite going to be in the right position, and Denis maybe should have been dead already. He's being sprayed to the smoke, and he finally will go down to JKS, so still a 4-on-4. And now flanking with the AWP. It's going to be a pretty quick flank that they might not expect. He might just get sort of a free shot here. I hope that jump didn't make any noise. Yeah, it sees him, and oh, how does he live? He's going to walk right into the AK. That seems so unfair. He's going to get the kill from beyond the grave, but what does that help them now? 2 versus 3, and they're going to be... I mean, how do you retake this now? There's more smokes, more Molotovs in play still, and dycha getting a kill, but I still think the problem is blameF and that one Molotov that he has.
He's going to be able to chuck it on there, and there's just no hope for dycha. With such little HP. Whoa, yeah, he can't even make it out. It's perfect.
On dycha and...
Clearly walling.
Clearly.
Oh, and he can't...
Well, actually...
Wait, did he? Wait, did he?
Shot him right through.
No way!
Gonna need to see that shot from poizon. blameF going down, so, I mean, a little bit of revenge here. JK is waiting and hoping for the smoke to fade, and yeah, he's gonna see that. He knew that trick. So, still 3-on-3. So, yeah, some recoverable AKs for Sprout. That's a positive sign.
Yeah, ooh, on ticket. There's the spot. And man, JKS, long range. They've got nothing but the AKs. So they need to win perfect headshots. And again, snatchie just waiting for that bomb plant. This is his only chance to get in here. Where it's a 2-on-2. And he is going to catch Config looking the wrong way. Now JKS caught in the corner. Is he going to check? Yes, he is going to check. But poizon from the pit catches snatchie on the site. And it's all on dycha, and poizon knows where he's coming from.
He's got the right idea. Oh, what a headshot! dycha taking him right down. That's a very, very thin angle. Some great replays that we're going to have to look forward to here. But yeah, triple kill for him in the round. And a very, very, I mean, that's probably one of the more unlikely rounds. Yeah.
But snatchie's lurking connector right now.
You'd almost have to hear those orbs, like, synchronistically. Like, you have to hear them all.
Can Rush get some help? A flash of the apartments would be real nice. So there's Jiggle Peek. They know what's going on, and there's one kill instantly traded on the other side of the map, though, by dycha.
Yeah, but Rush just continued down. He just wants to open up this whole thing. They do know that he's here. Some nice tapping away, taking down Denis. And now he's slightly controlling the bomb, so they're going to take the bomb over to A. They're just going to leave Rush here and say, you just try and stay alive. Don't... Yeah, well, he tried. Just failed at it. But still, it's a great idea just to try and offset this A defense. And now JKS pushing down. And he's still got that Molotov. They have a smoke on faveN.
As to how he takes these fights. Against ops, it doesn't matter, but against that rifle, has to worry about it. He is still going to be able to win first kill. Second kill, they walk in one after the other. blameF gets all 3. One match,
but it'll make it just a little bit more weird and a lot of things you're not expecting. It's a nice shot from Spiidi. He's got some backup in there as well. Oh, they're just going to get crushed. That peak right after the kill from Config. Where
like this, lack of respect from complexity. Get out there on that B site, put the pressure on him. Sprout right now, hard pressed to stay alive. Spiidi though doing good work. He gets 2 kills before getting overwhelmed. But with 3 alive versus 3 from Sprout, it's a 3-on-3 scenario. Retake has to come through, and they missed their chance to have used the bomb getting planted. Sprout. Now they have to do it the hard way.
Yes, he has a Molotov. I mean, if they keep throwing Molotovs at this corner, that's going to be really, really annoying. They'll funnel them out through the window instead. Smoke going down. JKS will be dropped, and he'll at least call out that 2 people were out there. So that's something to work with. A little bit of a time there. Looked like snatchie maybe could have had that kill. Config through the wall, and just like that, the 2 Danes.
This should just be DM for him, right? He should be taking these crazy moves hands down.
It certainly is at the moment. Continuing on, tied now between Config, poizon, and blameF. So a little bit of a race going on between who could be the top fragger. And Sprout just have no answer at the moment. This is an absolutely grotesque beating that we're witnessing. I really have not seen a match one-sided to this extent for a long, long time.
Where the underdog is allowed to get rounds that otherwise they wouldn't.
Now, from a B rush into more or less a straight A execute with everything to follow. And yeah, well, this is kind of what we were just talking about. Now they are getting, it's not that you can't push into CT spawn, it's just that they're getting, you know, a little bit overhyped maybe here. poizon going to try and take down Denis, and 2 versus 4. Molotov to force him out, and that's a nice shot from Spiidi, leaving blameF alone. And yeah, they're going to find him immediately, so I don't mind that they try to take over CT spawn. That's sort of fair game. I just think once you see that they're not at that, you know, basically in CT spawn, but they're all the way up at the marketplace over at B, there's a real reason to take that fight. That doesn't really benefit you. Awkward. It's a good time to be falling back, and Sprout going to try and boost into the window. dycha goes straight down. Config with a kill on snatchie at the exact same time. A little bit of revenge, but how long is that going to last for? Config, oh, he's still fighting. He was almost out of bullets. And that will be the round. Triple
deagles, a couple. Really trying to get a strong buy going into the next round.
Ooh, MP9 coming into play. A little bit nervous. They get tagged. But yeah, I think... I think what Sprout was trying to do in that pistol round in terms of moving up into the window is a pretty good idea. You could do a lot from that position, but yeah, once they lost that, the rest of it becomes, a little bit of an issue. Only Spiidi left.
I'm going to nitpick. You don't go and die to the MP9. Because that's $600 in blameF's pocket instead of $300 to somebody.
Proud to just think, you know what, let's just get out of here. This is, this is so far gone already. blameF charging up the middle, and the FAMAS behind him can't really do much. If calling, right, like get to that A ramp if that's what you want to go for, then go, set it up, throw the rest of the grenades, and then go for it. Because if you go slowly and sort of, wait around.
And they've purposefully kept that bomb way back. So there's a real chance here. dycha's going to catch rush, and so it's poizon and config, last two alive. But with Spiidi clearing out the B site, there's just going to be the hard rotate from the rest of Sprout. And while poizon catching dycha does help, if you catch Spiidi now, though, config, he's going to run right into Spiidi, and Spiidi, of course, is going to just annihilate him here. Yep, beautiful job, and that ends it.
I think it's more reasonable, even if you're this far ahead, than trying to go for a 1 versus 3 retake. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. So. Some good stuff, some good communication in that round, as you were talking about, between Spiidi and the rest of the team. So
Denis is down to half HP. They don't quite find the kill, but softening up their targets, that's going to help. And right on the edge, using the trick smoke. Interesting.
Isn't going to get found, but yeah, that's going to be annoying. Config was also dropped fairly low on health, so it's somewhat of an even exchange. Spiidi wanting to find someone over here. He's going to be able to. blameF, though, is right behind him, and there's no reason Spiidi should have suspected that. He's just, why? Why are there two people there? FAMAS, though, on JKS.
A minute to play with here, and snatchie and faveN are stacked together as well. So they should work to their advantage until blameF is just going to win both of the duels.
Second set of smokes they've thrown to the stairs here, and now they're going to be trying to rush straight in. Some pretty good cover there, actually. dycha getting a kill. poizon can't continue the spray. This is looking decent so far. 40 seconds, and they're going to go for the default bomb plant here as Spiidi does go down. dycha wanted to be flashed in. It's a very good idea, but somehow config able to outlive it. Now it's a 2-on-2.
It's a usual spot that people like to hide, and so it makes sense for him to throw the molly there, but now they don't have any way to protect against Palace, unless, of course, you just shoot them straight up, and the trade should come through, and blameF will have plenty of time. Clinical stuff coming in here from Complexity at the end.
That is amazing, isn't it? I mean, 16-4 at the end.